Hello, today I will be showing you how to solve 2023 Day 2 of Advent of Code. The elf will record a few games that will look like this. Your goal is to find how many games would have been possible if the bag contained only 12 red cubes, 13 green cubes, and 14 blue cubes. The way we're going to do this is first we have to parse each of these inputs and then check for each type if 3 is less than 14, 4 is less than 12, 1 is less than, like, all of these. And if that's true, then game 1 is possible. First, we need to split the file by lines. So string lines equals file.split. And then if you notice, 12, 13, and 14, they are consecutive numbers, and we're able to do a little. So now, if we just find, we can iterate through this array, and if I equals 0, then we know that it can only have a maximum of 12 red cubes. I equals 1, max equals 12 plus I equals 13. So now we just need to go through each game, and to determine which games would have been possible, we have to add the sum of the IDs of the game. So we're going to iterate by index. Since we're going to be nesting pretty deep here, we're just going to make things simple and say is valid equals true, and then if any of the conditions is false, we'll just set is valid to be false. So then the line will be lines I. We are interested in this part. So basically this is like nested 3 times. First it's this, then it's this, each like subsection of a game, and then specifically this part, and then these 2 components. So first we're going to get this part, so that would be string rest equals line.split colon, and we want to get the second part, not the first part, and then the revealed cubes, the group of them, we have to split by semicolon, and then for each revealed cubes, this is going to be like 3 blue, 4 green, 5 red. Then the cubes are going to be revealed that split by comma. So now we've gotten this part. So it looks like this. And now for cube and cubes, we now have to split by space. And now if you notice, the left one will be a number and the right one will be one of these names. Count will be integer.parseInt split 0. The cube type will be the second part. Now for int j, so now we're going to loop through names to do the trick I talked about earlier. If the cube type equals names j and the count is bigger than the maximum, then this is not valid. So now, if it is valid, if this statement never reached, then games plus equals the index, to remember to add 1 because games start at 1. I'm going to call this valid games. So now for our test input, we get 8, and we get 2085. For part 2, we need to find the fewest number of cubes of each color that could have been in the bag. Essentially, for the puzzle input, we just need to find for each type, like blue, the maximum number that occurred. So for here, it would be 6, that's the maximum. For red, that would be 4. Green, it's 2. So we can still use this code, and I'm just going to add one more thing, which is int max equals 0, 0, 0. And so then inside of here, all I have to do is just compare the count with the maximum of all the ones that have occurred previously. And if the count is bigger, we will just set max to that. The easiest way to do this is to break up this if statement. And we can't use break here because we need to look at every cube. Max j equals math.max max j and count. So now if the cube type equals the kind, then the kind's maximum will be compared against, and if it's not bigger, it's going to just use max j. All we have to do is int sum equals 0, sum plus equals max 0 times max 1 times max 2. So now in the test input, we get 2286. Answer 7931.5. That was Advent of Code Day 2, 2023. I think the hardest part would have been parsing. Part 2 was pretty simple. So, happy coding!